Johnny Carson. This is Ed McMahon along with Doc Severinsen and the NBC Orchestra, inviting you to join Johnny and his guests, Paul Williams, Orson Bean, William Demarest, and Wonder Woman Lynda Carter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Wild. So wild, undisciplined group. Will the ushers please escort those on the ceiling to their seats? A little stuff being passed around here tonight. This is an election year, as you know. And I believe in an election year, every citizen should be prepared to take a stand. So the monologue tonight is going to be just a little to the left of funny. They bought that little left of funny. I don't know what that is. According to the New Hampshire primary results, Sergeant Shriver is a lot funnier than I am. By the way, following tonight's monologue, one of F. Lee Bailey's psychiatrists will explain it to you. This reminds me of the group I had last night. We had a group here last night. They just waited me out. What was the word I wanted? They were not, the IQ was not, they were not hip. No, they were dumb. Dumb, that's what it was.
That's the word.
They thought a birch buy was a good financial deal on a tree. Where's Tommy? He was there. Oh, you're back.
There, that's him.
Oh,
That
there
is
he is
him.
over there. Hi, Tom. Tommy's very excited. He's going to go on a second honeymoon with his wife to see if they can consummate the marriage. Nice deal. Here's, before we get going tonight, we have a, what?
Tonight.
Okay, pussycat. Have a late report from the newsroom before we start. Henry Kissinger just denied that Juan Valdez's mule took a kickback from Lockheed. We wanted to get that straightened out. Well, those are kind of little esoteric jokes. And enough esoteric, let's get hokey. Well, let's go to the news. Last night, our show started at 12 o'clock in most parts of the country. We were half hour late because of the New Hampshire primary. And the results were in actually about, 8 o'clock last night? But the reason they went late, what took up the time were the 7 victory speeches. They're in. All of them are in. All results are in, and Ford, as you know, defeated Reagan in New Hampshire, and now he's trying to defeat Nixon in China. But no, you know how close? The tally was, Ford beat Reagan, what was it, 51% to 49%, and Ford was thrilled and delighted when he realized that he could be president of New Hampshire. I mean, that's a step up. You know, you think about it now, there's not much really to choose between Ford and Reagan, you know? But they both have a lot in common. They'd both make wonderful vice presidents. Birch Bayh didn't do too well up there because a lot of people thought that Birch Bayh was too immature. He spent all day yesterday running around New Hampshire asking Walter Cronkite for his autograph. You see, you want a little more sophisticated man than that. Now, Jimmy Carter, when I hit one, yell bingo. Jimmy Carter won the Democratic nomination for up there. Now, I'll tell you something. Carter's victory is very impressive when you realize all the criticism he has come under the past week. Last week, now, Lester Maddox. You remember Lester Maddox? He called Jimmy Carter dishonest, fraudulent, and a cunning and cruel to an extent never before seen on the American scene. Now, you see that? It proves a lot of people were wrong about Lester Maddox. He can hate people no matter what your color.
Bingo!
So it may come down to between a contest between Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan. The dry look versus the redhead, or the wethead. Close enough. Red, wethead. I understand Shriver really didn't do well up there. Sergeant Shriver, he may drop out of the race and go back to his regular job, which is parking polo ponies. What's his job? A lot of people, how many of you stayed up late to watch the election returns? I see. Well, a lot of people did, but you know what? They were waiting for the most exciting part of the whole thing, and that was to see how long Barbara Walters' hairspray would hold up. That's why I stayed up. Well, anyway, the primary is over, and the results now, they're trying to find out the significance of the results. And I'll tell you what the significance is. The country still needs a candidate. You see, the problem is there really isn't anybody on the scene who really has caught the imagination of the American people. There's nobody who's really exciting and has that overworked word charisma. To give you an idea of Ford's popularity, I don't know, last week the president did a nationally televised address, and an ABC alone, they had over 1 million phone calls asking what happened to Laverne and Shirley. So anyway. Hey, Nixon's in the news, of course. He is creating a little furor over in China. Senator Goldwater, did you see what Goldwater said today? He is furious at Richard Nixon. He said because he is interfering in foreign policy, and foreign policy, according to the Constitution, states that foreign policy is in the hands of the president. But when did Nixon pay any attention to the Constitution anyway? So, have you seen? Interesting. Have you seen pictures of Nixon in the... He's always has the same suit. I swear, he has got 400 identical... The only person who's got a wardrobe like that is Little Orphan Annie. You know, come to think of it, she has similar politics. Well, what else is happening? No, it was quite an impressive sight, watching former President Nixon wave goodbye to the 800 million Chinese. And he's saying, next time, my house. See, Nixon never was funny. And since he did it in English, the Chinese just stood there and go, my house. Which is a similar reaction I get. Anyway, tonight, we have a special, no, we don't have a special. What do I say special show for? I've never said that.
Every show is special.
Every day's a special show. And anyway, we have with us tonight, Mr. Orson Bean is with us. We have Mr. Paul Williams. We have wonderful gentleman who was, I think, going to celebrate soon his 84th birthday, William Demarest, whom you all know, Bill Demarest. And the young lady who stars in that show, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Lynda Carter is with us tonight. What?
Somebody said bingo.
Bingo. 5 across. Or 2 across in her case. Yeah. Mosquito. Anyway, band lets me get into about 4 jokes and the horn comes up. Is the band party tonight?
Yes.
Band is having its annual party tonight, which Doc throws every year, and it's really a wonderful party. They show slides of, you know, the old Fitzpatrick travelogues and, you know, famous museum.
We have some of you in there.
So, I'll be there.
You coming?
What?
All right.
Same refreshments as last year?
And more.
Did you ever see brownies flip over themselves?
if you're always running out of dry skin lotion, but you never seem to run out of patches of dry, itchy skin, check with your doctor. You may have psoriasis. Millions of people do. And moisturizing lotions alone can't help relieve the itching and flaking of psoriasis the way Tegrin medicated cream can. Tegrin does more than moisturize. Tegrin's medications actually help the growth of healthier skin. Tegrin medicated cream moisturizes and medicates.
A dog can get mighty hungry when he doesn't get his chuck wagon, because dogs love the soft meat-like chunks, the brown crunchy bits, the rich broth chuck wagon makes when you add warm water. Serve your dog chuck wagon. Chances are he's already waiting for it.
We are back. Good to have you back.
Thank you, sir. Nice to be with you.
You were back there doing a little
I was doing
fire
a thing.
thing for,
Yeah, we had a roast for Mr. Frank Sinatra last night. We made him Entertainer of the Year of the Friars.
Ah.
Lovely affair. Very, very nice.
Yeah, those are big.
You were spoken of in warm terms.
Oh, really?
It's very nice.
That's nice. Keep my name alive
Yes, I
back
did,
there on the
yes.
East Coast. Family Weekly is a insert I guess they have in most newspapers around the country, right?
Yes.
And there was a school teacher by the name of Jane Montgomery from the East Side School in Elizabethtown, Tennessee. And she was talking to the first grade children, which would be about what age? 6?
6, yeah.
First grade in that,
Mhm.
in that bracket. Asked them about the bicentennial. And then she asked them the question, each student, who is Gerald R. Ford? Now, these are first grade children, and you could not make these up. These are the children's minds at work. And they show pictures of the kids. Here's what some of the kids thought Gerald Ford was or is. Wendy says, President Ford, he got shot in a movie theater. Nixon was president one time. He was trying to get all the presidents to quit, so they gave him a peach. Now, the kid, he'd heard impeachment, but he didn't
right.
quite...
Gave him a peach.
So they gave him a peach.
That's what we should have done, I think.
Give him a peach, yes. Edie says, President Ford, he has to go to a lot of speeches. He talks about the prices going up and the gases are going up. It's $10. He's been on a lot of trips. Sometimes he stays in his office. The president tells us how high clothes are getting. I believe he lives in Canada. David, I forgot, but I used to know. Andrea says, he's our president. I don't know much about him, but I know a lot about Abe Lincoln. He was in the First War, World War I, maybe. He got shot and he chopped down a cherry tree. They got some of it here and there, but not...
Close.
Joy says he's in the court. I guess he wears glasses because he can't read the newspapers very well. Mr. Ford has a wife named Mrs. Gerald Ford. She stays at home. I know she washes the dishes because she stays home. She cooks cornbread and black-eyed peas for the president. They got kids, too. Gary says he's president of the United States. This kid's going somewhere. He cuts down food, and that helps a little bit. Nixon was president before Mr. Ford, but he had to quit because he had a blood vessel in his leg. Since Gerald Ford got in there, they quit throwing people in the dungeon. Kids pick a lot of things up at home, but they don't quite get it in context. Jamie says he's president of the United States. He runs the country of the USA. He used to be on TV. Now he's president of the White House. I know he's married to Mrs. Nixon. No, I'm all mixed up. Anyway, Gerald Ford wanted Nelson to be vice. Ford has a bald head up here and a few hairs around here. Whew. Kenneth, does it start with G? I don't know. Melissa says, the President of the United States, let me think now. He can raise the prices or he can make them low. He's been making the gas go up, my daddy said. Cokes cost a lot, about $2 for 5. My daddy likes him pretty good. I hope prices go down from $10 to $15. That would help. Thomas says, he talks a lot, but I don't know what he does. Isn't that funny?
Beautiful.
Children are wonderful. So that came from, compiled by Jane Montgomery, first grade teacher, East Side School. All right, we have Paul Williams with us tonight, Mr. Orson Bean, William Demarest, Lynda Carter, Wonder Woman. You ever seen her?
I have not seen her, but I understand she is worth waiting around to see.
She is a wonder.
Yes.
And now, Starkist.
No, that's all right.
Starkist. That's Cool Whip.
Yeah.
Which you can put on Starkist
Yes,
if you really want.
You want to?
Crazy, crazy, wild sensation. Presents Charlie and a tuna's best friend.
Hey, Charlie, what's that?
A pedigree dog. Owning one shows my good taste.
Dogs? What do dogs do?
Mostly they ask to go out. Also, they fetch.
Woof.
See that, Starkist?
But Starkist doesn't want tunas with good taste. Starkist wants tunas that taste good. See?
Sorry, Charlie. Only good-tasting tuna get to be Starkist. Good-tasting 100% tuna fillet.
This is good tasting tuna.
Get good taste. Get Starkist.
Heinz ketchup. Think how good it's gonna taste when it finally gets there. It's slow good.
It's keeping me waiting.
Thick, rich tasting Heinz ketchup. It's slow good.
We're back. I always enjoy having Orson Bean on the show because he is one of those people who's knowledgeable in a lot of areas. He's a very funny man. And when we start, we never know exactly what direction we're headed for. We always come up with some different facts. Would you welcome Mr. Orson Bean? I was trying to say something, and it didn't quite come out the way I wanted to say it.
I thought that was good, though.
Yeah, that we start out, we go in a lot of different tangents and come up with some fascinating tidbits of information, none of which, you know, will make for a happier life, but it's nice to know.
Yeah, I remember things in inverse order to their importance. The American ambassador to Mexico in 1946 was George R. Messersmith. They made me learn that.
Isn't that strange how you do that? I can still remember, and I don't know why, because I probably had such a difficult, the formula for squaring a binomial.
What is a binomial?
It was an equation, right? How many of you are into that? Something like the square root of b minus 4a squared minus 2b
Yes.
plus 2ac, something like quadrant. And I don't know why I have that in my mind, and I wish it would get out of there. I get up in the morning, my wife says, how are you? And I say, b squared minus 2 squared. But it's one of those, well, of course, everybody remembers the Pythagoras theorem.
Virtually everybody.
The square of the hypotenuse.
Yes.
But it never doesn't come in too handy when in this business.
Almost everything they teach us is not only irrelevant, but destructive.
Do you really think so?
Virtually everything.
Timmy was asking me the other day, he says, why did you take Latin in school?
Yeah.
And I said, because they gave us that reason, even though it's a dead language, that as you grow older, most of the English language stems from Latin roots and derivatives, and if you go into the law, if you become a doctor, Latin will be of certain, and I suppose that's true. It gives you a certain amount of discipline, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, so would, sticking an ice pick in your toe or something. If you learn
I took that in shop.
Did you?
Yes, I took that in shop. We had a very sadistic school. Did you take shop?
I learned to make
That was my favorite. I made wonderful bookends and shop.
Did you ever make a magazine rack?
My mother still has it, would you believe, in her home. It's the worst looking piece of stuff with varnish and, you know, and there it's hanging.
My daughter Michelle made me a wooden bowl in shop the other day. Things have changed. It was all boys.
Yeah.
I always felt uncomfortable in the classes that were all boys. I figured, they looked at me and strange. I just felt uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah, I'm always surprised that I didn't turn out to be gay or something. I didn't. But I always figured...
Why? Because there were guys in shop? I mean...
No, because I was never into sports. I lived in fear that one of my sons would say to me one day, come on, Dad, let's throw the ball around. Oh, God. And luckily, they're not into it either,
So you were never into anything?
I was never into anything. I always felt uncomfortable if there weren't some of each sex around.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
How's your butterfly, anyway?
Oh, wait a minute.
Now, that's a strange intro for a question, but you talked about a butterfly you were communing with.
Yeah. I mentioned one night on the show that I had this relationship with a butterfly, and sitting out in the back, just reprise it quickly, I was in the backyard taking the sun, and this butterfly came along, and I decided to see if I could communicate with the butterfly, and I did, and 3/4 of an hour later, it was sitting on my finger, looking at me, and then it flew away.
Now, lest people think that you make these ridiculous stories up, here's but that's not a painted butterfly. You didn't paint that on there,
What
right?
happened was that your art department thought the butterfly didn't show up well enough, and they put a line around it. Now it looks like a fake butterfly pasted on there, but it ain't.
It's not, okay.
It's a real butterfly with a line.
And after about 40 minutes of conversation, the butterfly returned.
Yeah, and the butterfly came back practically every day for 2 weeks. He has a little tear on his wing there that you can see on his right wing, or his left wing. The butterfly came back every day for 2 weeks, and...
How'd you know it was the same butterfly? Because
the tear in the wing, because you know these things.
I see.
You talk to a butterfly,
Suppose you get used to that.
Would you ask him how he knew it was me?
No,
All right.
So it was.
I didn't even know how I knew it was a him.
But anyway, you just conversed with him?
Yeah, I decided that I've been reading some books lately. There's a book called Exploring the Crack in the Cosmic Egg. Fascinating. In fact, a lot of people wrote to me as a result of that appearance on your show, recommending that I read that book, and I'm already reading it. And I was reading a book by John Lilly talking about the fact that we're conned out of doing things that are perfectly possible to do because we're told that they're impossible. Right. For instance, there was that tribe in the Philippines, the Tassidae. They had absolute communication with the animals. Deer would come up and eat out of their hands. Birds would fly right out of the sky and sit on their shoulder.
And they had no war. They had no such thing as hostility.
Right.
They didn't understand any of that at all.
And when they were discovered and given knives and brought into the current generation, the birds stopped flying to them and the deer stopped coming over them. Even though they were still as gentle as ever, the thought was in their mind that maybe they could kill a bird to eat it. And so the birds must have picked this up, and they lost that wonderful connection they had.
Well, you're familiar with the tests they made. This is what I say. We get into these strange things. The tests they made with the eggs, I think, from something like ducklings, and they kept them completely isolated until they hatched in a laboratory. With some kind of bird like that would have, they had seen nothing of nature.
Right.
Now, what they did after these ducklings hatched, they would have pass over these ducklings who had been in isolation various birds, like another duck or something.
Yes.
No reaction at all.
Yes.
As soon as a hawk flew over, and even though they had never seen a hawk, they absolutely panicked and went into some kind of traumatic fear. In other words, knowing that was a natural enemy, but have never been exposed to it.
Yes.
Now, that's interesting.
It's fascinating. All this stuff. There are so many things that are opening up now. I know that you know, and maybe you've even talked about it on the show about the polygraph being attached to the plant. You know that.
Yeah, but I've also read a put down of that lately.
What?
Some guy says that polygraphs and plants reacting to emotions and music has been overdone, like the Calerian photography, whatever they call that.
Yeah.
That is not quite.
Well, I've had experiences that make me tend to believe that things like that are true. Yeah. You can relate to plants if you're open to it. I don't say it's a big deal and you don't want to sit around and talk to a piece of rhubarb for long, but it can be done. You can get a feeling that you're communicating. And
no, are you serious?
I am serious. Now, one of the things that they talk about in Exploring the Crack in the Cosmic Egg was an experiment that was done with human beings. They put a guy in an isolation room, and they put another guy in another isolation room. They attached the one guy to a lie detector equipment. They said they were going to shock the second guy with an electric prod, and that the first guy should try to guess every time that the fellow was shocked. The first guy's guesses were totally irrelevant, but the lie detector equipment showed that every time the guy in the other room was shocked, he knew it, even though he didn't know he knew it, so that there was some kind of a communication on a deeper level. Right. Then I saw a movie with Edgar Mitchell, the astronaut, in it, in which they took yogurt. They took the bacteria in yogurt. Now, they poured some of the yogurt into a pot, right? And they took the pot in the other room, and they attached the rest of the yogurt to a lie detector machine. They fed milk to the yogurt. You know, yogurt eats, just like you and me.
Yeah.
And every time...
Not out, I mean, mostly at home.
Every time they fed the yogurt in the other room, this yogurt went crazy. In other words, the bacteria... Well,
if there was some electrical connection,
no
connection
connection at all. In other words, what they're saying is that there are levels of communication that we simply are not aware of and don't know anything about. And so far, it's in the parlor trick stage. It doesn't really matter what he proved from that. But nevertheless, the implications are incredible.
Yeah, it would be wrong to say that there's not something there because we know so little.
Right.
But that does sound a little far-fetched that yogurt, you know, would go. See, after a while, you get afraid to eat anything.
I know.
You know, I don't like to eat rhubarb when it's saying don't. Or something like that. Or you got some yogurt and it says, hey, knock it off. I don't want to eat things that can talk back to me.
With certain exceptions.
No, I didn't want to say that.
Oh.
We're going to have a pause for, I hope that never comes to pass. No. I do not want to talk with rhubarb, and especially I do not wish to converse with broccoli.
All you got to say...
Now, what have you got against broccoli?
I got everything against broccoli. I don't like broccoli. And I don't like people who like broccoli. I think I've received a cue. What?
What was that formula again?
Don't like broccoli.
2A. And I don't, what?
2A plus the formula.
B squared minus 4AC plus 2A divided, I think, by 2B.
Oh.
It's a binomial theorem.
Glad you cleared that up.
Not only irrelevant, but destructive. You just use up some brain cells with that madness.
Well, you and your yogurt. This one just came in. We'll be right back after this. We have some little things we're going to do for you.
Yes, it's a good day, a beauty rest day.
Yes, it's a good day, a beauty rest day.
When you have a good night, your day is okay.
So get your beauty rest and have a good day.
Get your beauty rest and get the support your back needs from individually pocketed coils. If your back feels good, you feel good.
And have a good day, so get your beauty rest and have a good day.
Meet Lipton Tea Taster. Don Meredith?
You betcha. You know what I enjoy tasting in the winter? Lipton iced tea. That's right. You need refreshment in the winter, too, don't you? You drink other cold drinks. Why not iced tea? To me, the best tasting one is Lipton. And they say it's because this flow-through bag brings out all that dandy-tasting tea blend. Try it. You won't be a Lipton iced tea taster. You'll be a Lipton iced tea lover.
Emergency, followed by Westworld, starring Yul Brynner, Richard Benjamin, and James Brolin, Saturday night.
Thank you, Doctor. As you know, millions of dollars a year are spent on the writing, filming, and broadcasting of television commercials. Now, these commercials are repeated so frequently on TV that they do become annoying. So tonight, the mighty Carson Art Players would like to salute Madison Avenue and show you a few commercials the way we'd like to see them done just once.
Din Din, Morris. Morris, Din Din. I knew you'd love it, Morris.
But you know who I am? You wouldn't think I would have trouble charging a meal, but I do. That's why I carry a National Express card. Maybe Burt Reynolds doesn't need one, but I do. Before I had my National Express card, I couldn't go anywhere. I use this for meals, air travels, and hotels. I've traveled all over South America, Brazil, Argentina, you name it. Don't leave home without one. That's an order.
Anyone for another cup of coffee? How about a cup of coffee, Ralph?
Oh, no. No, I will, but Ralph won't. Ralph never has a second cup.
I'd love a second cup.
That's funny. Ralph never has a second cup of coffee at home. But, Ralph, you never have a second cup of coffee.
Of your coffee. Tonight, I feel like a second cup of coffee.
Oh, really? I'll give you a second cup. Here, darling.
Oh, is that beautiful? Now here's a word from Windex, the window cleaner that turns dirty windows into beautiful windows.
Beautiful, beautiful with Windex. What's a beautiful window? Clean and sparkling clear. The window won't show streaks in the sunshine. Windex makes a window beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Windex with ammonia D.
We asked the people in Sonoma, California to try a new non-aerosol antiperspirant spray called Ban Basic.
Well, I like the fact that it wasn't an aerosol. I was impressed with Ban Basic because it was a spray and not an aerosol.
The aerosol users preferred Ban Basic more than 2 to 1 over their regular spray.
Since I've used it, I think it's wonderful.
Ban Basic stops wetness better than the leading antiperspirant spray. And a 3-ounce size actually lasts longer than an 8-ounce aerosol. Try new Ban Basic.
party is over for you. And they say, where's the new esoteric comedy coming from?
Yes.
Right here,
Right here.
folks. Nothing like hokey sketches.
Yeah.
This picture you want to mention. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a,
my
it's a,
friend
it's a lovely
Stuart,
picture.
Yeah, my friend Stuart Marcus took it, and I promised his mother I'd mention his name.
Stuart's mother is happy now.
Yeah.
That is interesting, though. You know, maybe someday I saw the other night on the Z Channel, they were playing The Day of the Dolphin.
Yeah.
Whether you saw that or not, with the Mike Nichols in the George C. Scott film.
Yes.
And it was fascinating because,
Pa, one, pa.
they started talking,
Yes.
and they did it so well.
Yes.
The dolphin would say, Pa, love, Pa, and they understood love.
So
And all of a sudden it started to make you think.
Yeah, well, that's based on John Lilly's work, and that's the
Right.
guy whose book I was reading. My wife, Carolyn, speaks to ants. It's true.
You mentioned that. You have a strange, strange mixed bagatelle of friends.
I
Your
wouldn't
wife's
say.
mother talks to ants.
No, my wife speaks to ants.
Ah.
Yeah, the ants come in the house. We live right on the canyon, and the ants come in the house, and she says, come on now, boys. I'm going to have to spray you, and I don't want to kill you, but I want you out of here. And the ants turn and walk out.
Oh, no, wait, hold it. Hold it. I'll buy the butterfly. I'll go for the yogurt. I'll buy the yogurt, but the ants get out of here. Okay, no.
Is it possible that could be filmed? Could we have the film and brought on the show and show?
No, that's the only way.
Carolyn's in the green room now, and I'll ask her next time. I'm going to try to get a movie.
Carolyn's a lovely girl.
Yes.
But, housewives sometimes at home have a tendency to... when things are dull, to have a little boiler, before hubby comes home. And, I've seen many times where ants have done tricks. Done a dance and everything.
Do you remember the story of the guy's in solitary confinement for 20 years? He's got a pet cockroach?
Tell the story. Then he brought him out to get out of prison?
Yes.
Tell the story. This is...
Tell the story.
I don't know. It was an ant when I heard, but you tell it.
An ant?
Comes in to talk to the warden.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, I heard he gets out of jail. Same story.
Well, he wants to get out of jail.
Yes.
Because he's been in a solitary confinement for 20 years. And if I blow this...
Training the ant.
And he finds an ant in his cell. And he gets lonesome, and he starts talking, and the ant starts to react. And pretty soon he says, go over there, and the ant goes over there.
Yes.
And little by little, he gets more complicated, and he says, roll over. And the ant rolls over. And he says, go over to my shoe, come over and pick up the piece of paper, bring it to me, and do a backflip. And the ant goes over, gets the paper, goes over, comes over into his shoe, and does a backflip. Right. And the guy says, this may get me out of prison. Right. And he goes to see the warden. He says, warden, I know I'm in for life. I've been here for 20 years. He says, but I think if I can get out of prison... And he sets the ant down on the desk. And he said, I have a great career. I can make millions of dollars. He said, I can rehabilitate myself. And the warden says, The warden says, what were you talking about? That basically is the story, isn't it? Cruel. Now, what do you want to see me about? 20 years of backflips. Anyway, you tell Carolyn that if she wants me to buy this horrendous story about the ants turning around and leaving, maybe a little 8mm film would do it for me.
If you want to believe things like that, you believe. Otherwise, you'll claim that I had George Pal make it, and it's all marionettes.
No, I can tell animated ants. I've got a good eye. I can tell if an ant is a drawn ant or if it's a real one. It's tough, really tough work to draw an animated ant. You have to make them little teeny things. Where are we?
And there are hundreds of them.
Mr. Williams.
What?
Mr. Williams.
Mr. Paul Williams is here tonight, a most talented songwriter, lyricist.
A talking monkey.
Talking. He does everything. Yes. And he'll be touring the South. It doesn't say where in the South, but I suppose the South in the United States. Yes. Well, it could be. Got it. Right. With Olivia Newton-John. He'll be touring the South for a month.
Mercy.
Beginning March 1st. And as our silent curtain rises, you see Paul Williams.
That word before, and I sometimes meant it, though it's never made me cry until tonight. You've fallen asleep beside me, made me feel so much alive, I thought I'd die. But let's not call it love. Don't call it love. Don't call it love. Although I've heard it sung in songs and thought I'd tasted special feelings in her line until tonight, and nobody knows the feeling of your perfect body pressed up close to mine. Let's not call it love. Don't call it love. You and I aren't questioning the ages or the generations past, but in the time we've known, we've discovered feelings of our own. Don't call it love. Don't call it love. Don't call it love. If it hasn't got a name, no one can claim it. It will always be our own to wander free, and no one will dare to tame it. We can share it and then watch how much it's grown. Or let's not call it love. Don't call it love. Don't call it love. Don't call it love. Don't call it love. Thank you. God bless you, and I'm come to save you from this bunch of weirdos.
Yes. Knowing you, I was kind of happy, actually, that you were next coming out, because knowing you and your sense of humor, I said to Orson, I says, Paul's coming out, and I'm sure Paul has had many
I've
such
had some
experiences
days.
in which you've communicated with yogurt or ants or
Talk to the jelly bean on the
lamps.
bottom of your shoe, you know.
That's right.
Oh, look at there. What's your name, little fella?
Speaking to the moose head.
But you belong to Fido. That's too strange. No,
No,
I've
it's
never-
really not. It's only strange because we have no other dimension to equate with. We're locked into our dimensions.
I know. I
you
believe
see.
that you can, in fact, converse with anybody, no matter what their size, no matter anything about them, really, because they're instinctive things. You talked about the little animals that, you know. I remember the first time I saw somebody about 6'8" with a board, and I thought, instinctively, let's get the hell out of here.
The man had a large board, huh?
When I went south, you know,
And you talked to him.
Didn't even need verbal communication. You sensed
didn't need
there
to
was-
say anything, you know. No, I think that's beautiful. There's a line in a song that I did not write, a Graham Nash song that says, I just want to hold you, I don't want to hold you down, which is, I think, a beautiful, possessive thing about, you know, butterflies and...
Things like that.
Your little...
Well, how have you been?
I've been good. I've been working hard, you know. I've tried, incidentally, to fall into some of the I try to molecular structure. You can be changed now. I put a puppy in a microwave oven once. Did absolutely nothing. Where do you throw these when you throw?
You just felt one of those moods, did you?
I did. I've been doing a picture called A Star Is Born with Barbara Streisand and Chris Christopherson, and it's a little like having a picnic at the end of a runway.
Those are two, how is it working with, what does she prefer, Ms. Streisand?
Ms. Streisand, well, you know, mainly I said it was Mosley, ma'am, you know. Yeah. Yes, but no, but she was very...
Did you get along well? Now, be honest.
Really, there were a lot of rumors about us, you know. That you put two people like us together, that's...
Of course, about something
going to
bound,
happen, you know.
Chemistry.
And all spent a little afternoon in the old dressing room, the little shake and bake, and, you know, talk about projects together. No, I started a lot of rumors, you know. I told her, listen, she's, you know, she's a brilliant artist.
Yeah, no doubt
a great
about it.
singer, you know.
Yes.
And I don't want to get shot up on the way home tonight, you know, so... As a matter of fact, we're talking about maybe making some more pictures together.
Really?
Getting further involved. I have an idea for a film called The Stepford Nymphs.
Stepford Nymphs, following the Stepford Wives. See, the Stepford Wives wasn't that big, so when you do Stepford Nymphs, it's hard to pull something out of there.
You know, it was on the bottom of the shoe. No, I don't want to make movies.
It's like a guy I know that did the greatest. He was an impressionist named Will Jordan, and he did the definitive Maria Uspenskaya and Albert Basserman impressions, and nobody ever knew it.
And I know who you're talking about. Albert Basserman was the
The very heavy.
Why you always and
Maria Sky was always
I feel
in
like
the trailer.
a basketball net after they closed the gym.
Maria Sky was always, you're the gypsy, right?
The gypsy in the Wolfman pictures, you bear the mark of the pentagram, my son. Sorry, old buddy, go
That's
back
all
to
right.
your
No,
stuff.
I wasn't really doing that well anyway, so just jump right on in. You know,
jump in when
anytime you want to, you know.
When we're losing, jump in. This is open house tonight. You know
Tonight,
the show
I
works.
haven't done this show in about 3 or 4 weeks
That's
because I
true.
have been working hard, you know.
It's been 3 or 4 months.
For Babs, you
Not
know.
3 or 4 weeks.
Did I say
Babs?
weeks?
You call her Babs?
Well, Babs, Barbara, you know.
Yeah, that's what I didn't know. Yeah.
Wondrous lady. She has a lot of fans out there, deservedly so.
Yeah.
This picture is a little different from the other Stars Borns. The other one, you remember, Norman Maine at the end walks into the ocean?
Do you remember the great
This
line
one,
in
the
there?
entire cast and crew walks
Walk
into
into
the
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I didn't know where you were going there. I'm sorry. I should give you 4 beats and then say if you don't come up with anything, then I'll come in.
Dive right in.
Do you remember we sat around once playing? There's a game where you come up with lines from motion pictures
Yes.
and say, tell me what this was from. And then they will give you a line. And there was a line that somebody came up with once and says, and the line was, how do you wire congratulations to the Pacific Ocean?
Oh, wow.
You know where that came from? That came from the original Star is Born, when Jack Carson,
yes, indeed,
who was James Mason's agent in that picture, who hated him, found out he had drowned, said, how do you wire congratulations to the Pacific
I was
Ocean?
going to suggest an amphetamine, you know.
But there are just certain lines like that in a picture.
Yeah, we looked at both of them, and they were, you know, I love the one with Frederick March. That was a great
Was
picture.
that the very first
That
one?
was the first one.
No, I did not see that one.
Janet
Great
Gaynor.
one.
I did not see
A
that one.
great one, and
Is this
a
follow the
different-
same?
It's a little different, you know. You know, the cowboys and the whole nativity scene. I don't think was in the earlier ones.
Yes, that is a different approach. You see, now when you do that, people say,
Nativity
a nativity scene in
No,
there?
it's a different. It's contemporary music, and it's
Nativity scene.
Nativity scene.
has basic elements that are the same, but this one has got a little, you know.
I know a question I want to ask you that intrigues me. You write songs. You have a great ability to write songs and lovely lyrics. And when you write a song with a girl's name, do you ever tell a girl, say, I was thinking of you when I wrote this, or this is for you? Because that's a great...
Yeah, it's a line that's gone
It's a great
down.
ego builder.
A lot of Holiday Inns have heard those lines.
You were in my mind when this
No,
song...
that one was for you, sweetheart.
This one's for you,
Oh,
sweetheart.
you betcha, 74, 75 times. But essentially, it is true, because I believe that we're all one person.
Oneness with
There
ourselves.
is a oneness, there is a crack in the egg, but let us separate the yolk and make a gin fizz. You know?
That's right, and get rid of the whites. I think that's in Bartlett's quotations. Let us separate the egg and make a gin fizz with a yolk. Hold up picture. Why would we hold up Orson's picture? Oh, excuse me. Hold up other picture.
Hold up other picture.
When it comes to chocolate chip cookies, Pillsbury proves that hot is better than cold.
Hey, Mom, how come your cookies are so hard and cold?
They're box cookies. People don't bake anymore, Joey.
How come Grandma's are hot and chewy?
Grandma bakes. Okay, we'll bake too.
Pillsbury chocolate chip cookies. Just slice the dough and bake. Hot home-baked cookies you can't get from a box.
Hot cookies.
Better than Grandma's?
I'm still deciding.
Don't forget home-baked at your house. Bake Pillsbury.
My family used to think pound cake was something you put on your plate to hold up ice cream or berries or sauce. I changed that. Switched to Bunt Pound Cake Supreme. Pound cake's so fancy you can eat it plain. It's rich, moist, so yummy you forget about topping.
Mom, where's the stuff on top?
There's one in every family.
Bunt Pound Cake. So fancy you can eat it plain. Just one of 6 Bunt brand ring cakes from Pillsbury.
Wait, hi there, America.
So anyway.
What is this signal? Now, I've been doing this show a long time, Fred, and I've never seen this one. No, usually you have on the nose, you stretch or whatever, but what is this?
No, it wasn't that broad. It was a point to him and the fact that he's going to favor us with another song.
Oh, it wasn't that broad. It was a voice singer.
I'd love to hear another song from you.
May I have a sip of this before I go?
And never darken this chair again. I don't know what it means. Who cares? I got the job.
Time and tide, your rolling rhythms are the music of my past. Hard times move slowly, but the good times move so fast. The good times move so fast. Roll on time and tide. I've watched your summer sunshine melt away disguise. Reflect the woman waiting in a young girl's eyes. In a young girl's eyes. And love, there is love enough for two in every morning. Come, let us taste it. Find the love in our life so quickly through an April warning. Time and tide, I've watched your perfect sunsets slip into the waves. Your light is gone, your beauty, mind and memory saves. My sweet memory saves. And love, there is love enough for two. In every morning, come, let us taste it. Find the love in our life so quickly through an April morning. We must not waste it. Find the love. Find the rubber band.
Love. Nice song.
Thank you.
Nice
I
song.
love ladies. It's what I write about. If you're sitting at home going, this is too strange, Martha, we shouldn't have the kids watching. Remember, I'm really a nice kid, and I'll be in your town.
Deep inside. When are you going to select the lady of your choice and buy the drapes and the maple furniture and... Or are you married?
Oh, I am indeed. I'm very happily
anyway,
married.
when are you going to find a lady of your choice? I'll recruit
I have a beautiful wife named Katie.
No, that's why. Why did I know that?
You know that.
She doesn't come out here often with you.
No, she's doing a little time right now, but she...
The old pigeon drop swindle. They got her with that. Now, well, that's what happened.
Katie's doing 18 months. Matter of fact, we are dining tonight. Are we not?
Yes, sir.
Oh, glad to hear that. I'm stupid. I feel silly now saying that. You've been here so many times, I should know that you were married.
Well, I'm sorry.
But you probably don't even know if I'm married or not.
You know, I'm glad you reminded me because now I know where it is I'm supposed to be later.
Ah, good, Ed. Okay, we're going to be, back. I don't know. It's just one of those nights.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's one of those nights where just everything is silly.
I'm really mellow. I don't know. You know, why don't you take one of those drive to Phoenix pills and really get wild?
We're highballing down 101 with a 20-ton load. Yes.
Convoy.
Yes, we have William Demarest with us tonight, who's a grand gentleman, and Lynda Carter, who is Wonder Woman. And she will come out and... Yes.
We'll put this on.
That's right. And we will be back here right after... Stop that.
Love baking cookies. My specialty, little gingerbread men. But my wife and me also like vacations. We planned on going this summer, but then United comes up with this 30% discount now. So now's the time to go. Because with this fare, I can save more now than in the summer.
Save 30% on round-trip coach with United's Freedom Fare.
30% off. That's a lot of gingerbread men.
United Airlines.
What a time for Ellen to be away.
What do we eat, Dad? Are you gonna cook?
Yeah, sure, I'm gonna cook.
You? Oh, no. But what's for dinner?
Let's see. We've got fried chicken, turkey, Salisbury steak. Not bad.
Banquet uses many of the same good foods you might buy yourself. And Banquet is just as concerned about value as you are.
Well, Dad, you did it.
Sweetheart, there's nothing I can't do.
Banquet frozen dinners.
Some guests of The Tonight Show stay at the Sheraton Universal Hotel, a Sheraton Bicentennial Hotel, one of the more than 380 Sheraton hotels and motor inns worldwide.
TV's Whodunit hit, Ellery Queen, Sunday at 8, 7 Central.
Thank you, Doc. William Demarest has given all of us so much pleasure in his career. He has been, he's going to celebrate his 84th birthday this Friday. He has been in every facet of the business, from vaudeville, stock companies, carnivals, television, motion pictures. He was a professional fighter at one time. He's appeared in over 100 motion pictures, and is probably best known because of the power of television as Uncle Charlie on My Three Sons. And it's always fun to have him drop in here. Would you welcome, please, Bill Demarest.
You know, I said it before, and I'll say it again. If I knew I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of myself.
Do you realize that you were only 16 years older than half of the centennial in this country? I mean, you've been here almost a...
That's nothing. You know, now, Bob Hope, he just had his tournament out at Palm Springs,
right.
and I'm having mine starting Saturday, the Bill Demarest Classic. See? And this is at the Canyon Country Club.
Right.
And we have, somebody applauded on that, I don't know, huh? But we give all kinds of prizes, like a quarter horse down to a case of borscht. See?
You actually give a quarter horse?
Oh, yeah, a quarter horse, yes.
Yeah.
If a fellow wins it, he don't want it, it's Jack Quigley, who runs the thing. He's a great auctioneer. He should be a stand-up comic, that guy, anyhow. He auctions the thing off. Now, Fred McMurray, he sent something here to be auctioned off.
They donate things to auction?
Oh, yeah, everybody
Put it up
donates
here.
them. See, like Tess Bendick, she goes around the merchants and gets all the different things.
You gonna open this for me?
Well, I'll open it for you. Now, this is Fred McMurray sent this one, see?
Yeah.
There you are. You see that? You know what that is?
Well, of course I know what that is.
Huh?
What do you think, I have a hole in the backyard? Of course I know what that is.
Well, all right, see, that's the toilet seat. Now, look, we open it up, and there you go.
Well,
It's Fred McMurray, and that Quigley, he says he wants my picture in there, you understand?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to get the worst end of it here, you understand?
Can you imagine all the success that Fred has had? He ends up as the tidy bull man. After all. That's a clever idea.
Isn't that beautiful?
So they auction that off, right?
We auction that off. That'll get a lot of dough. And we have for a hole-in-one, we have Cadillac Seville.
Has anybody ever made a hole-in-one in your tournament? Now, let's be honest.
Yes.
I mean, that's a pretty safe bet, isn't it?
Last year, this gal put up for a hole-in-one, $2,000, see? And somebody made it. Now she has put up a Cadillac sedan. See?
That's very
And
nice.
Bill Jones has put up a Fiat, a $5,500 car.
Sounds like quite a tournament.
You're damn right it is. And we let, this is for the boys club and the youth center.
Right.
It's beautiful. We make all this money. We'll make $40,000, $50,000 on the day.
Do you still play?
That's Laura Hutchison.
Yeah.
Huh?
You still play in the tournament?
Every day I play golf out down there.
What's your handicap?
What is it?
Yeah.
18.
Well, that's pretty
But
fair.
I shoot a 72 most of the time. 72, 72. The minute I get to 72, I pick up my ball.
You pick up the clubs and go back to the thing.
I don't mess
Should have known better to fool with old vaudeville guys.
Yeah.
I shot an 82, which is not bad for 9 holes. Boom.
That's right. You know, I got to hit. You remember the last time I was on?
Certainly.
And there was a poem that I wrote. You know, Buddy Hackett, he thinks he writes them, but I got this one. And I got so many requests for it, I got to read it again.
All right.
See? There's a wonderful love of a beautiful maid and the love of a staunch, true man. And the love of a baby that's unafraid. All loves have existed since time began. But the most wonderful love, the love of loves, even greater than that of a mother, is the infinite, tenderest, passionate love of one dead drunk for another.
That's... a little bit like Baudelaire. It's kind of in that...
One thing I got to tell you about this. A fellow lives on my street, and he drinks quite a bit.
Yeah.
And he likes to stay home and do the housework. Now, this is no kidding, and he'll play in the tournament anyhow, but he likes to stay home. And he came and do the housework. He came over one day, and both his ears are burnt.
What do you mean, burned? Really
burned, absolutely burned. I said to him, I said, what the hell did you burn your ears? He says, well, he says, I was ironing, he says, and the phone rang, and he says, and I had to answer it. And I said to him, I said, how'd you burn the other one? He says, well, he says, I had to call the doctor, didn't I?
If an 84-year-old man says that happened, that happened.
That's right.
Yeah. We got to do this.
On my street.
Then we're going to come back and talk about you as a professional fighter. That's the new thing I didn't know.
Forget that. Well, I've been fighting long enough.
Oh, okay. We'll come up with another subject. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Now hear this This is crispy, what a meal. It's the Colonel's Extra Crispy, what a meal. When you hear it go crunch, you'll know it's just fine to let the Colonel's people cook for you anytime. If you love Extra Crispy, you know it's a must. You've gotta get your chicken from the people you trust. Real goodness from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
You think you've got trouble getting out of bed in the morning? Well, think how Ed feels.
I feel great once I get used to it, and once I've had my orange juice.
That must be some orange juice.
That is some orange juice. This is Tropicana orange juice. Tropicana is 100% pure from fresh squeezed oranges, and you should taste it.
Well, Tropicana must taste awful good to get your eyes open.
You bet, Doc, it does. It's definitely for people of good taste. And listen, if it isn't in the orange, it's not in Tropicana.
We're back now. Okay. Now I bought the joke about the guy phoning the doctor. You've been in vaudeville.
Yeah.
And most of us don't remember vaudeville. We heard about it. Kind of sorry I missed it. What's the first joke you did in vaudeville?
The first joke?
You remember it?
Good. Wait a minute. The first joke?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, when the first time I appeared in vaudeville, I mean, when we did any talking, that was in 1909 at the Grand Theater in Beloit, Wisconsin.
Right.
There. And I'll never forget it. My brother says, how's it every time I pass the Biltmore Hotel, I see you out in front? I said, certainly you see me out front. I live there. He says, where, out in front? He says, no. He says, I'm a guest there. He says, oh, you're a guest there. He says, no. He says, I have a suite of rooms there. Oh, you sweep out the rooms there. He says, no. He says, I take my meals there. Oh, do you take them in a basket? See? He says, look, he said, what the hell was the next one?
Look, you're going back to 1909.
Well, wait a minute. I'm going back to 9. He says something about, he says, if you had a good level head on you like me, you wouldn't talk that way. He says, what's level? He says, anything that's flat. He said, then you're a flathead. See? Now, that was a good joke back in those days. And he said, let me tell you something. He said, my fathers fought in the Battle of Bull Run. He said, my forefathers. He said, did you have forefathers? He says, yes. He said, they did. They never came around the house. He says, well, these forefathers fought in the Battle of Bull Run. He said, were there any cows there? He said, no, there were no cows there. He says, well, what made the bull run? Now, 1909, that was good.
1909, that was a biggie.
But today, it smells.
Well, let loose. Now, tell me about this fighting business. Now, you said you didn't want to talk about it. Were you, for one time, trying the prize fighting?
Back in 1910.
What'd you fight under? What was your name?
Billy Goldie was my
Billy
name.
Goldie?
Billy Goldie.
Sounds like a fighter.
Oh, all right. So anyhow, passing that up, I want to tell you...
Well, hold it. What do you mean passing that up?
Well, look, I got knocked down so many times I didn't want to talk about it anymore. It hurts me every time I think about it. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah. Why did you take that up if you couldn't fight, Bill?
Why?
Yeah.
You got to make a couple of dollars some way. You understand? Right. With Fireman Jim Flynn, he used to give me $1. The box with him, the little Speedy, he was a heavyweight.
Right.
He'd slipped, he'd knocked my teeth out and the cut and everything for $1.
Yeah.
See? And then I go in the fight. Well, I won one fight once.
Once?
Yes. But that encouraged me to quit. Yeah?
Well, no. Freddie's trying to tell me something like...
What?
He's been to a dentist recently and had quite a problem with the...
Oh, I didn't know that. What do you mean you had problems with the dentist? Freddie was telling me...
Oh, the dentist. Oh, yes. Look. This, I went in to have my teeth cleaned, and there were 3 pages. I had to get there a half an hour ahead of time to get my teeth cleaned. And this is...
What is this?
The questions. You know, now, there's the questions I had to fill out.
If you are now...
Some of them. I only took 1 page. I'm not going to take the 3.
If you are now in discomfort, please tell our office receptionist immediately, and it gives your name. Please state why you seek treatment.
Why do you seek treatment?
Well, obviously your teeth hurt, right?
Well, no, I hadn't cleaned.
I see. Do you clench or grind your teeth night or day? Do you do that?
Who the hell knows?
It says night or day. It says right there. How do you know?
Yeah, how do you know?
If you have lost teeth, why were they removed?
Go ahead.
How do you consider your health? Good, poor, excellent?
Good.
Good, all right. Gives you name your... Are you now under medical treatment?
No.
If you are female, are you pregnant? No. Have you experienced menopause? I suppose we could go by that one, too.
This is to have your teeth cleaned.
He must have some very unusual instruments, this Dennis. If you have... I don't think I want my teeth taken out that way. Have you had rheumatism, pacemaker, open heart surgery, kidney trouble, so forth? Shortness of breath. That's just to get your teeth cleaned?
That's right.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Right.
And they clean them all right.
That's right. The one that killed me says, "What's your mother's maiden name?"
Yeah, mother's maiden name. What was your mother's maiden name?
Minnie.
That's the first name, but what's her last?
Ha ha.
Everybody's a straight man around here tonight.
Johnny, I just want to say one thing before I get up the program. I don't miss your show every night down there at Palm Springs. And the thing that sticks me, you know, in vaudeville, we use a gag, the same things for 12 or 14 or 15 years.
Right.
How in the hell you walk out every night and come out with a different routine? Let me congratulate you.
Well, you get some good writers to help you. That's nice. But I would be less than dishonest if I didn't say we got a staff of very good writers who come up with a lot of very topical, very funny things for me to say. Otherwise, nobody's any good out there. You don't have it on the paper first.
Yeah.
We will be back. Ha ha! Wonder Woman will be with us in a minute. But first, new improved Cool Whip, non-dairy whipped topping.
To get your
now
teeth
tastes
clean.
as fresh as homemade.
Sarah Tucker, you're in for a surprise. No Cool Whip.
No Cool Whip at Tucker Inn.
Hold on. Here's the surprise.
New improved Cool Whip. Let's try it.
Hoping you'd say that.
Does taste better than before.
Yeah. You know what this fresh taste reminds me of?
Homemade.
Right.
New Cool Whip does taste as fresh as homemade. Won't my guests be surprised? New improved Cool Whip, non-dairy whipped topping, now tastes as fresh as homemade.
After a show, I love having my friends backstage.
Nice show, Carol.
And one of the nicest ways of putting everyone in a relaxed mood is the delicious General Foods International Coffee. Café Francais is smooth and light with a deep French roast flavor that is so satisfying. When I want something special at the end of the day or at the end of a meal, this makes a great last act.
General Foods International Coffees. It's our flavor that makes us special.
Lynda Carter is with us tonight. She played Wonder Woman in the recent special, and she's going to be doing it again in 2 more upcoming Wonder Woman specials. She's also starring in a new film called Bobby Joe and the Outlaw that's about to be released. Would you welcome Lynda Carter?
Hello, Wonder Woman.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. It's so nice to be the only lady on the panel, but sitting
kinda
back
nice?
in the green room, you bring out the thing of Cool Whip,
Well,
and
now we're just
there are
making
always comments. What do I have to do with Cool Whip?
silly little jokes like that. You wouldn't know about those things. No, they're old jokes about... Well, it's only get into it. Or I'll never get out of it.
Oh, okay.
Do people call you that now when they see you? Wonder Woman? Are they starting to yell that?
Well,
Things like
no
that.
one has really recognized me. In fact, the day after the program was on
Right.
the air, my boyfriend and I went out trying to find if anyone that would recognize me. It was my first thing. And the only
Nobody.
person that saw it, that we asked, said, I said, well, she's, that's her. And he looked at me and he said, boy, you're a lot prettier on television. And then,
yeah.
I know. And then he said, and then he thought we were teasing him, and I felt so badly because as he walked across the street, he said, yeah, and I'm Superman. He walked
That
across
happens. I remember when I did my very first television show locally, and you think the whole world has seen you, and
Yes.
you walk out hoping,
Yes.
that somebody will come up to you, and all of a sudden nobody seems to have seen you.
I know.
You go, hey, Kathy Rigby.
Is that what they say to you, Kathy Rigby?
I hate to interrupt, but I
No, you
have...
don't.
No, you don't.
I have something that haunts me. I can come on your show and tell the funniest joke ever heard or be fascinated, and nobody says anything to me about it. But I have a Twilight Zone that was on last night for the 37th time.
The reruns?
Yes. And Mr. DeCordova said, really enjoyed your Twilight Zone. I really look like a nerd, a bow tie and a crew cut.
Been around for about 20 years, right?
Yeah, well, I hate to interrupt myself.
That's all right. It's nice to have a little young lady to talk with.
But I'm just sorry to hear that you got a boyfriend.
Well,
Bill, that's your age? We used to even...
What the hell are you talking about? I take Geritol.
Good for you. Yeah, that's right. You do have a boyfriend. You mentioned that, and everybody kind of goes, oh, all the available
but I
young
don't
fellas."
anymore.
Since the last time you were
Yes,
here?
remember we talked about the psychiatrist?
Yes.
Well,
You said he went to it. Well,
Right,
you said
he went to a psychiatrist, and then he stopped going to his psychiatrist, and I left.
You mean because of this show, and you talked
No.
about that
No.
it's broken up?
Well, it has broken up, but not because of the show.
Oh.
Not because of the show. I just have decided to be free again.
Be free
again.
Free again. Isn't it kind of difficult in this town for a very attractive young lady to be single? I mean, don't you have people coming at you from
Yes.
all directions?
Yes, but it's after you've been, locked in a situation for a while, it's nice to go back and go to parties once in a while, and all that,
How can you tell when a fellow is trying to have a meaningful relationship with your mind rather than just,
No.
rather than,
You can't tell. You can't tell at all.
Now, since you've done this special, are the studios trying to build you up and give you what they call out here the star treatment?
The star treatment.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that when I first did it was my first lead in a series, or my first lead in anything for that matter.
Right.
And first day of shooting, I walk out, and this is the first day we did all the biggest stunts, the hardest stunts.
You do most of them yourself?
I did about 99% of them.
For you.
And the first one that we did, practically the first shot of the day was on one of the Peter Pan wires, and I was supposed to jump over a car, right? And the whole of the studio turned out. I just felt, this is before they strapped me into the harness and people are
Yeah,
pulling
like when they
ropes.
fly you. mean.
Right, they fly me over the car. Well, all these people are standing around all of Burbank Studios, and I was feeling great. I felt so proud
They're
of
all here to
myself.
see you.
Oh, the star, And they hooked me up to this, and I'd only practiced in a gym without a car. So they hook you up and they hold you back. And the first time
I slammed right into the car, and I was just, all of a sudden it dawned on me that the first day of shooting was everyone turned out to see me crunched. And if I hurt myself, they wouldn't have lost any.
There's an old rule, always work with the props.
Right.
You know, never save the props. Use them in rehearsal, otherwise you don't get hurt.
But it was great. I mean, it was really fun, and I was determined to make it over the car.
Yeah.
I did.
Now, you don't want to get typed in this kind of a role, do you? I mean, it's good for you, but, you know.
No, I don't.
You're going to do a
why.
couple of more of them? And
We're doing 2 more.
Mhm.
In fact, one of them is showing on March 31st. It preempts Bionic Woman. They're testing it. They're doing 2 to test.
if I remember one where you come from some island, don't
Right,
you? Where,
Paradise Island, and then now I'm in...
super
Right.
strength and...
Super strength. And I'm now I've got to learn to throw lassos.
Yeah.
And all of this is great. It's so much fun to do the stunts. That's the best part because it's something that you wouldn't normally do.
Yeah.
In fact, I learned to throw punches.
Oh.
And
yes, that's
the
very
first-
tricky.
Yeah, that's really a lot of fun because, you know, when you're a little kid and you play around, little girls play with their, you know,
Put your thumbs in.
right.
Yes.
Well, that's what I learned.
No, don't put your thumbs in
No,
here.
no, no.
You break your
No,
thumbs.
I
if
know
you
how to
that.
do it now. That was before.
Oh.
And now I really want me to show you how to
No.
do it. No, really, I won't hurt you.
What do you mean you won't hurt?
You learn to do it, right?
Well, what do you want to do?
I'm not going to hit you.
Pick on somebody smaller.
Yeah, why not, you know?
No, no, go ahead. Now, in other words, if you were going to...
If I was going to punch you.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you don't even have to do that.
Don't even have to do that.
No. I've only hit one person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
What are you
The only
going to do?
connect-
What are you going to do, kid?
Well, I'm just going to show you my punch.
Oh, sure.
Can I show you my punch?
Sure.
It's really terrific. You really expect... Should we stand up? Do you want to stand? I want to do it right here. You wanna stand up?
Well, I really don't know what you're going to do.
What I'm going to do is
Yes.
just show you my punch. You know, the before and the after.
Yes.
And, you know, you're supposed to fake it like, you know,
Sure.
okay, so I'll stand over here.
What's
So-
my role in this?
You better stand back because I don't want to
I
hit
as
you.
the punchee.
You're just the punch. You know, you get the back. I'm so strong.
Okay.
Okay?
Never seen that face before.
Oh, I see. You
Doesn't
got
that
to
look
come. You
good?
got to come this way.
Yeah.
You got to cross
I mean,
over.
I really got the shoulder.
But I have to react when you do that.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Yay!
We'll be right back. The old clock on the wall, well, we don't have one, but it says anyway, time is up. Hey, I thank you for being with us tonight.
Thank you very
I hope you
much,
come back
Johnny.
and see us again. Bill, I hope you have great luck in your golf tournament.
And how?
Oh, and I hope you come back with us again.
Yeah,
And Paul,
don't forget we got reruns of My Three Sons.
Are they still on, aren't they?
No, they started
Coming around again.
You hear that?
Ah.
That's it. Don't forget.
Thank you, Paul. Thanks, Orson. Tomorrow night, Peter Falk, Demarest, Charlie Callis, and Theodore Wilson. Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
Charles Colson, intimate advisor to President Richard M. Nixon, is Tom's only guest next.